While Sikhs across India and abroad have expressed solidarity with Pakistan after India's defense minister issued a threat to seize Sindh, rejecting New Delhi's aggressive rhetoric, Sikh leaders have refused to support what they call Prime Minister Narendra Modi's terror-driven politics. The global Sikh movement Sikhs for Justice has urged Pakistan's Army Chief Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir to open the recruitment for the Sikh volunteers to defend Sindh. The Sikh for Justice Chief Gurpatwant Singh Pannun said that Pakistan should immediately open a special pathway for the Sikhs in light of the India's invasion threats. The group also proposed forming a special Sikh volunteer defense unit, adding that thousands of the Sikhs worldwide are ready to enlist once Pakistan issues the enlistment protocols. Citing international laws, Sikhs for Justice said that soldiers have the right to refuse the wars that violates the moral conscience, stressing the global support for Pakistan's stance against Indian aggression. And for getting more insights regarding the Indian Defence Minister's statement and how the Sikhs for Justice are responding for this statement, we have been joined by General Counsel of the Sikhs for Justice, Gurpatwant Singh Pannun. Thank you very much for your time with Pakistan TV. And of course, we know as it's a statement of the Indian Defence Minister is coming in. So how is the Sikhs for Justice and the Sikh community is responding to the India's recent threat against Sindh, and what measures should be taken to ensure province's security, and what Sikhs for Justice and Sikhs can play their part in it?
I can tell you the Sikhs for Justice are pro-Khalistan groups which are seeking independence and which are seeking to liberate Punjab from the Indian occupation. As an outsider sitting here in Washington, D.C. and looking at that particular region, I think India is not going to stop war against Pakistan. They have stated it openly in the parliament that Sandur 1 is just a trailer. Sandur 2 is coming, and they wanted to take over with the most recent statement you have seen from Rajnath. Rajnath is not a common man, or he is just somebody from on a road. He is the defense minister. He is stating openly that there is a possibility that they will take over Sindh. So when a country who is facing another nuclear country like India over and over again being threatened, I think defensively, not I'm saying that Pakistan should attack first, but I think under international laws and with the backing of President Trump, America and the European Union, Pakistan should do a defensive attack and must teach this Hindustan, Narendra Modi, a lesson for good. And how would that help? That is how the India and that's how the Hindustan is going to balkanize. And India at this time, Narendra Modi's regime is an existential threat to Pakistan. Absolutely. So that's how Pakistan should react.
Right, absolutely. So you are referring to the befitting reply that Pakistan should give, and we know that Pakistan has already given a very much befitting reply to the Indian misadventurism back in 2022 in the Operation Bunyanu Marsoos. We also know that Indian media, even at that time, it resorted to a very nefarious role. So when we talk about the plight of Sikhs, the Sikh for Justice, and the creation of Khalistan, so what role Indian media is playing for Sikhs?
When we are talking about Khalistan, this particular movement started once Indian government attacked Shri Darbar Sahib in 1984. Since then, lines have been drawn between the Sikh community and the Hindustan. This Punjab, which is being occupied by the Hindustan right now, we are seeking the liberation and independence of Punjab. And for one full decade in 1990, we had a defensive armed struggle. And you have seen the result of that one. everyone, including Indian Prime Minister and including Indian journals, were targeted because they were responsible for the genocidal violence against the Sikhs. And the genocide continued from November 1984 till 1995, and they made the Punjab the killing fields. Right now, we are up to a point where we want to educate the world, the UN, and every nation that let's forget about the past. If they are saying Khalistan movement equates to terrorism, or they are terrorists and they are terrorizing the Hindustan, then let's talk about a ballot. But what you have seen the result from the Indian government and the fabricated stories from the media, that they are trying to suppress and stop the ballot with the bullet. We are voting and they are using violence. They have assassinated Shri Hardeep Singh Nijjar in Canada. They are trying to kill me in America. They are trying to kill Paramjit Singh Pamma in UK. So we have already exposed their nefarious narrative that Khalistan is terrorist, and the Sikhs in India does not want, or in Punjab does not want or support this Khalistan movement.
Right, absolutely. As you're talking about the misconstrued image that Indian media is portraying, and you have talked about the way Sikhs are being oppressed regarding this creation of Khalistan and the Sikhs for justice, the role it is playing for the creation of Khalistan. So what options are there for the Sikhs to exercise and for the Sikhs for the justice to exercise for the creation of Khalistan?
People of Punjab who are currently governed militarily by India. We have proved our will, we have proved our resolve since 1984, even defensively using arms. And right now, over 1.8 million Sikhs have voted in global Khalistan referendum. So the world knows it. But this particular time, what we are talking about, when the Narendra Modi regime, this Hindutva terrorism regime of India, they are threatening Pakistan on one side, and then they are supporting Afghanistan. They are supporting a regime, Taliban, to attack the territorial integrity of Pakistan. They have issues with China. So this is a prime time that China, Pakistan, and people of Punjab, which is currently governed by India, Sikhs, they should join hands. Now is the time they should balkanize India and make sure that the existential threat that Pakistan and all other nations close by are facing, and the threats they're facing, it will be solved for once and all, and that will liberate Punjab to create a Sikh homeland, Khalistan. Kashmir will be liberated, and the Seven Sisters will be liberated.
Absolutely, as we are talking about the creation of a separate homeland for the Sikhs, that is Khalistan, and Sikhs for Justice is playing an active role in the creation of this homeland for the Sikhs. But what are the impediments involved currently for the creation of Khalistan, a separate homeland for Sikhs?
As I stated that, it's a Sikhs for Justice Khalistan referendum ballot versus India's Modi regime's bullets. It's our votes against India's violence. And we have faced this violence in Punjab, and that's why I have made this message today when the Indian Defense Minister stated that they will take over Sindh. I'm asking people of Pakistan, I'm asking government and Pakistan Army to take a proactive approach to these threats, because you have seen it in 1971 how they invaded the part of Pakistan and created Bangladesh. You do not want to repeat the same thing. You should learn from the history. Support Sikhs. We are ready to pick up defensive arms along with Pakistan Army. All we are seeking is that Pakistan Field Marshal, who is very close to President Trump, keep everybody in confidence and give a call to the Sikhs to cross over to Pakistan. Let Pakistan Army train Sikhs, and we will fight for Pakistan. And I can tell you and assure Pakistan, 24 hours all we need with the support of Pakistan Army, and Delhi will be down.
Absolutely. So, when we talk about the Sikh community and the oppression that it has faced, and it has paid price, definitely in form of the loss of lives, which is definitely irreparable. So, India, meanwhile, is celebrating the success of its G20. And we know that the scars from the previous oppression, I'm referring to the oppression of the 1980s and the 1990s, the scars are still alive. What's your take on this?
This is how in the last 1 century, when somebody has to take over the lands of the indigenous people, the first thing they do is they wipe out a generation. That is the genocidal violence. And the second is the economicide. You make them economically weak. What is happening in Punjab, what is Narendra Modi's government is doing. But this is a Sikh community in which we believe in our Guru, and that's why Pakistan is so pak for us, because Guru Nanak Sahib's philosophy is that we are going to stand for the truth and for the justice. Freedom is not going to be free, and we are ready to die. We are ready to die for freedom. Narendra Modi's government knows it. India knows it. This fascist Hindutva regime knows it, and you will see this is the steps which we know, and Allah Kare and Guru's blessings, it happens earlier. Between 11 to 21 years, you will find a new nation, you will find a new neighbor, and that will be Khalistan.
Well, absolutely, definitely. We are looking forward for the creation of Khalistan, a separate homeland for the Sikhs. And of course, Pakistanis, they are standing with their Sikh brethren. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Gurpatwant Singh Pannun.
Thank you very much for having me on Pakistan TV. Pakistan, Zindabad, Khalistan, Zindabad.
That was the General Counsel for the Sikhs for Justice, Mr. Gurpatwant Singh Pannun, talking to us at Pakistan TV regarding the aggressive posturing of India for Pakistan, the statement of the Indian Defence Minister for Singh, and the way he talked about the creation of Khalistan, a separate homeland for Sikhs.